Hey, it's Mr. Barr, and this is Words into Equations Part 2. Goal, I can use one-variable equations and inequalities to model and solve real-life problems. Why? Math has its own language and rules. By solving equations, I learned the language of math and how it works. Have you ever looked at a store receipt? This is the same stuff I said yesterday. So we're going to look at how to create equations based off of a real-life situation. Please do not overthink this. I am selling individual M&Ms. You get 10 for free. Then you have to pay 5 cents for each additional one. Can this be modeled with math? Yes. Okay. So you don't need to write anything down yet. I get 10 for free. So if I get 4 M&Ms, how much have I paid? $0. 10 M&Ms, how much have I paid? $0. 11 M&Ms, I now have to pay for one of them, so I've paid 5 cents. 15 M&Ms, I have to pay for 5 of them, which is 25 cents. So how do we model this situation? That's what we're about to do. Let's get into our notes. And this is Words into Equations Part 2. So start with your name. So how do we model this idea that I get something for free, and then after that, I have to start paying for it? Well, here's how it could be modeled. We can model it with the idea of the total cost equals 0.05, 10, not 10, m minus 10. What this is saying is that we get 10 free M&Ms, and we have to pay for everything over 10. So right here, I know it would go negative. Don't worry about it going negative. If I got 8 M&Ms, I would have to pay for -2, which means I pay for nothing. If I get 10 M&Ms, 10 minus 10 is 0, which means I pay for none of them. If I get 12 M&Ms, 12 minus 10 is 2, and I have to pay for those 2 M&Ms. This is how I could model that situation. So let's make a note on this. This would be the 10 free items. And this would be the cost per item. After the free ones you go to a fair, it costs $10 to get in. You get 8 free rides. After that, each ride costs $1. All right. So if you go to the fair and you go in and you go on no rides, how much have you spent? Well, right away, just to get in, you've already spent $10. You go to the fair, you go on 7 rides, how much have you paid? Well, all of those rides were free, right? They were part of your 8 free rides. So you don't have to pay for any rides, but you still have to spend the $10 just to get in. You go on 9 rides. Oh man, well now you have to pay for one of your rides. So you've got $10 to get in, plus the $1 for the ride. 15 rides, $10 to get in, plus how many of those rides do you have to pay for? 8 of them were free, which means you're still paying for 7 of them. So let's model this. Total cost how much was it just to get in? $10 just to get in, plus $1 per ride. And now let's handle that free ride thing. So rides, how many free rides? 8. So what we have here is cost to get in, cost per ride, and number of free rides. We'll call that good for the notes, but I think I have a couple more that I'll just do on the screen with you. You have a cell phone. It costs $15 just to have it. You get 100 free messages per month. And after that, everything is a nickel. So if you send no messages, how much did you pay? No messages, you pay $15. 100 messages, well, those first 100 are free, so you don't pay for any of the messages, but $15 to have the phone. 101 messages, well, that's $15 just to have the phone, plus 1 message that you have to pay for. 200 messages, $15 just to have the phone, plus you have to pay for 100 messages at a nickel, which would be, what's that, $5? 100 at a nickel? Yeah, it's going to be $5. Plus $5 for all those messages you sent. So can we model this? Sure we can. Our total cost equals how much just to have the phone? $15. Plus, how much is each message? A nickel for each message. Number of messages minus the number of free ones. How many frees? 100 frees. Total cost equals 15 plus number of messages minus 100 times a nickel. Don't worry that I'm putting the nickel behind here and in front over there. It's okay. This next one, why don't you try it and then pause it and see if your answer matches mine. All right. If I get in and I don't even go anywhere, I've already spent $7.50. If I go 5 miles, well, those were the free miles, so it's still $7.50. 6 miles would be $7.50 plus that 1 extra mile, which is $2.75. And 10 would be $7.50 plus I have to pay for 5 more miles at $2.75, which is $13.75. Try to model that. That models it. Here are my free 5 miles that I get. Here's the cost per mile after that, and here's the starting cost just to get in the car. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching.